I want to introduce a project which is Upcycling cigarette butts. This project was born as a current problem that we are living, which is consumption of tobacco. Everybody knows the effects of consuming cigarettes in health, but they don't know that the butts of the cigarette causes a lot of damage in the environment, and this damage is also important as the damage that the cigarettes makes in our body. According to a report of the World Health Organization in 2018, the country who smokes the most in Latin America is Bolivia, with a smoking rate of 38.9%. And this also is reflected with the huge increase of consumption of tobacco since 2010. An important fact that we have to mention is that La Paz is the city who has the most, a majority of smokers, and the smokers who smokes the most are between 13 and 19 years old. Another important fact that we have to mention is that according to the National Committee for the Prevention of Smoking, the cigarette contains 5 harmful components, which are cadmium, arsenic, methanol, toluene, and polonium, which at the moment to be in touch with water can contaminate between 8 and 10 liters of seawater and 50 liters of fresh water, which is a bad impact for us. We wanted to increase the impact of this initiative on the people. Because of that, our first activity was on May 31st, which was the International Day Without Tobacco, where we organized a huge awareness campaign with the hashtag Yo voto mis colillas en el puchote, where we teach people the effects of the cigarette butts made in the environment. Also, the activities won't stop there. What we want to do is to create more awareness campaigns in the university, organize some health and environmental fairs in the installation of the university or outside the university. We want to create some competition with the careers about which career collects more cigarette butts. And also, we want to create huge awareness campaigns on social media where people outside the university could know more about this initiative, and also people could join us in this initiative.
So here are our product, that is this container for the cigarette butts. We decided to put these containers in 4 strategic places in the university, that are 2 in the Miami-Cito, 1 outside the EPC building, and the other is in front of the cafeteria, because this is a crowded places when students are going out to their classes or houses. Our plan with these containers is to reach another departments where our university is located. And in the long term, we plan to implement this in other universities, not only UCP campus. We decided to implement this in universities because according to a survey that we made, 60% of the students smoke at least 1 cigarette per day. So we think that is our main goal, to recollect the cigarette butts in these universities according to the amount of the production of cigarette butts.
Now, and I'm going to explain the process for having the anti-corrosive. First of all, we need to collect the cigarette butts of our puchotes. With the cigarette butt, we need to have at least 150. We can have 4 different products. The first is cellulose, an insecticide, anti-corrosive. The first step after collecting all the cigarette butts is cleaning. This is based on cutting the butts with an scale in half. We generate 3 residues. One is the paper, the filter, and the ashes that must be removed from the filter. The next step is to boil all both filters in boiling water for 20 minutes and remove all the ashes residues. After these 20 minutes, we need to drain the water at least 30 times until no ashes remains. Liquid that is the result of this process is an insecticide and anti-corrosive. We need to package this. The cellulose remains can be used for handicraft and can be transformed into paper, and the ashes can be transformed into pesticide.
As a result of boiling the cigarette butts, we obtain this liquid that is known as an anticorrosive. We decide to use this anticorrosive because it's used in metal industry and is used for make pesticides. This anticorrosive is composed by benzopyrene and arsenic. These two cannot be destroyed on the environment. This anticorrosive is used to prevent metals to oxidize and also is used from base of some painters or paint, and some of the insecticides are made from anticorrosive. That's why we think that it's better to keep it to bounce it to the drain. So we decide to do an experiment that's using our anticorrosive and a nail. This nail is, as you can see, is oxidized. So with our anticorrosive, we want to achieve that in a range of 3 to 4 days, this will be disoxidized. So we put this nail in this anticorrosive and we will wait 1 day. Okay, so here we have the second day and we can see that it's less oxidized than the previous one. So we have to wait just 1 day more. Okay, this is the third day and we're going to see how is our nail. As you can see, it's barely without oxidized. So if you want a better result, you can wait from 1 to 2 days more. So we are going to wait 1 day more and we will see how is the result. So this is the final day, the fourth day. So now we can see that the nail is without oxidized. So if you want this kind of result, you know that if you use our anticorrosive, you can desoxidize your stuff made of iron, of any metal, and you will get this result.
As Harrison Ford, an actor who is conscious about environmental problems, he mentioned that nature doesn't need people, people need nature. It's time to worry about the damage that we are doing in the environment. It's time to think and produce products with a sustainable design and make upcycling the cigarette butts. We want that the smoker and non-smoker people can understand the impact of this cigarette butt in the environment. With these small actions, we can make a big contribution on the environment. Now we want your support to expand this project to all the universities in our city and common places like Multicine, Mega Center and Teleférico Station. We want to collect more raw materials to produce this anti-corrosive product and produce paper and pesticides.